It always shocks me that 1/3 of the food produced globally is wasted. So today we get to go behind the scenes with a charity who's doing incredible things to stop that happening. We are here in Midhurst at a leisure centre where they are unloading food that is surplus and wasted food so that people can come here and either pay a donation or not and pick it up. But before we see what's happening unloading the food, let's zip back to the warehouse and see where the food came from and load it onto the van. Today we are hitting the road to the south coast of the UK to meet with Joanna from UK Harvest. This is a charity that I adore and discovered last year. They are taking surplus but still edible food from so many different places and connecting it to get it onto the tables of people in need and people who want to reduce food waste. So this is their warehouse in Chichester. We're going to go inside, find Joanna and see what happens in here. Okay, I've made it here and I have met up with Joanna. Joanna, what do you do at UK Harvest?
Oh, I'm the comms and fundraising manager. So I do an awful lot of work in the office, but also get to go out and about sometimes. So I'm really excited about today.
And that is what we are going to do. Okay, but talk us through what is in here and what's going on.
So this is our huge warehouse space. We're really lucky to have it. We've got a lot of equipment in here that we use to take out and about to do cooking lessons for our Nourish Ed programme, but we also store all our ambient food in here. So that's anything from cereals. We often get these huge bags of flour and rice, which we then repackage down into more accessible sizes to take out to food hubs, lots of tinned food. We're also really lucky where we get donated quite a lot of hygiene products and home cleaning products. So we use them as well to redistribute throughout the community. This is our fridge space where we hold anything that's perishable, so all the fresh fruit and vegetables, any of the dairy. If there's any meats and things, they often get frozen so we can keep using them and keep taking them out and disperse them out amongst everybody. One of our biggest projects is the pepper project, where we receive dough laughs, which are ginormous, great big plastic tubs full of peppers from a local pepper producer. But we get them before they've even entered the production line. So they're often at the beginning of the season, they're the first pick, or now we're into the season fully, it could be anything from doesn't quite meet the spec, it's got too many different colours on it, isn't the right size or shape. So they get donated to us, where we have our volunteers that come in, sort through all of them. There are some that we can't use, and they go off to our anaerobic digester, which produces electricity ultimately, so that's a really fantastic way of using that food waste. But I'd say 90% of them get sorted and taken out to our food hubs, our grub clubs, our community grub clubs. They go up to Nourish Hub in London, and they get used up at our cafe in Bognor.
All the stuff going off
to anaerobic digesters, And it will really be because you cannot use it. We don't have a huge amount of it, but whatever we do have, we make sure still doesn't go to landfill, but does go towards creating electricity.
I love it. I have so many questions. We're going to try and answer them all. But I think we're going to hit the road to one of your hubs.
Yep, we're going to go up to Midhurst.
And see how it gets set up. What happens.
You're going to see the volunteers at work.
Let's go. Okay, we're watching all the incredible volunteers set up all this amazing food. Do you know how many people you expect to feed at this hub?
We normally have around 40 people that come along and take a bag home. So if you estimate there's roughly 3 people per household, then that's 120 people that are going to benefit just from the food today.
How much is it to come and get a bag of food?
So it's a suggested donation of £5, but if someone isn't able to pay, they never get turned away.
We are going to go around this together and look at what we get going round. It is incredible what you get for a £5, but I think that does make some people feel guilt that they could pay the full amount and that maybe they should leave this kind of thing for people in greater need than themselves.
It's absolutely not true. The food hubs were started up initially, first and foremost, as an environmental project to stop the food that was going to landfill from going to landfill and making sure that it reached people who wanted to reduce food waste. 9 years down the line, the circumstances are different, economics are different within the country, and an awful lot of the work we do is the programs we do is to make sure that that food does reach those in need. But it's also here for people who simply want to reduce food waste. Throwing the food away has a huge negative impact on the environment though.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, win-win. It is 2:10, so about 50 minutes before everyone arrives and lines up to come in and collect their food. So let's go around and have a look at what everyone is going to get today. I've been to a few of these before, not this location, and I'm always amazed with how much we come away with. There's fruit, veg, bread, pastries, sometimes meat and cold items. I've never been to this location before, so we're going to go around and see what people will be getting today. It's not all set up yet, but we have got some chicken and sweet potato curry, baby food or toddler food, halal, very delicious looking. It was produced to be sent abroad, and then the contract was cancelled, and that is how they have landed with so much of this. Got some Alt-Pro barista coconut milk. One of the things that Joanna was saying was it's amazing when they get donations that have really long shelf lives on them. So this is 8/3/27. I think it's a common misconception that waste food is all dumpster diving, and that's maybe what it used to be, or how people have seen it, or what people think of when they think of waste food. But there are so many reasons that food gets to a place like this, and some of it is perfectly good with a long shelf life. It's just surplus or unneeded. And then something like a toothpaste might be because of a packaging change, and so then somewhere like Sainsbury's is told up until a certain date you can sell this, and then after that you can't sell this packaging. Okay, so here we do have something that is beyond its best before date, but it is just a best before date, not a sell by date, because of what it is, and so that can be given away here. It is getting hot in here. It's going to be about 30 degrees by the time everyone comes, with no air conditioning. But okay, over here we have a lot of bread, and behind me I can see trolleys of so many different things: crumpets, baguettes, sliced bread, hot dog buns, so many different things.
That's neat bread. That's from one of our bakeries in Whitwells. They've done
in the Witterings. So that's really local to the warehouse then.
Really cool.
Yeah, posh bread. Well, it's going to be someone's lucky day getting posh bread. I love that. And over here, all the produce is wrapping around the whole of the side of the room. It is honestly crazy to think that this is all stuff that would have gone in landfill and had such detrimental effects when there are so many hungry people in the country. I can't quite wrap my head around the mismatch of that in our food system. Bananas, huge amount of bananas. The number of bananas wasted daily in the UK is astronomical. That figure blows my mind. We've got oranges, apples, and then stretching all down here, we've got mushrooms, tomatoes, green beans, mini sweet corn, asparagus, peppers, so many potatoes. There is just so much food. The volunteers are all the loveliest group of people. Whenever I've showed up to a hub before, everything is all set out and they're always so smiley and happy, the volunteers, but it's fun to see how they all are. They're all coming in, greeting each other, saying hi, talking about who's here and who's not, and catching up as they unload all of the different foods. It is the loveliest environment. I'm interrupting a kind volunteer as you work. Okay, what is your name?
Yvette.
Yvette, how long have you been volunteering here for?
About a year and a half.
Well, as you're unpacking, what are you thinking in terms of looking at all these big crates and then divvying it up for people?
Well, we're looking at how much we've got, looking at how many people we expect to see here. We look at the weather. The weather determines sometimes how many people come along. When it's very hot, people don't turn up. When it's really wet, people don't turn up. So we're looking at the quantities we've got. We're trying to find out the best way of divvying it up into these little, we've got some recycled punnets to use. So yes, and these are quite large tomatoes. So I'm thinking 4 is probably quite a good sampling for everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'll let you keep working. One of the volunteers has just said there's goodies in here, so I'm excited to see. So this is not something that comes every time then? No? Okay. Little desserty things, brioche hot dog rolls, churros. Is that frozen churros? Wow. Oh, and some very pretty cakes with edible flowers on top. Wow. Some of the products have come in without any instructions or even names on them, so the volunteers are trying to work out what to do with what looks like a big bag of churros, but they don't look cooked. There's no instructions on them, so they have set them to the side because they've obviously got to give things to people in a way that they're able to tell people what to do with them, what they are, how to heat them, how to keep it all safe. It is amazing to see this operation, honestly. I'm seeing food from a lot of different brands here. How do you connect in with the different things? I've seen M&S, we've got Warburton's and some more individual bakeries, Old Pro. How do you find each other?
So a lot of the food that is branded food may come from supermarkets or distributors that distribute that food. We do have connections directly with quite a lot of individual producers as well.
Okay.
So an awful lot of food can come from them. A lot of the vegetables and fruits come from growers who will then package it themselves. So for example, we get an awful lot from Barfoot, so you'll see them quite often already packaged up, ready to go to the supermarket, but they've gone past the point where the supermarket will take them, even though they've still got a huge amount of life on them.
I mean, everything here looks perfect.
Absolutely, it does.
What are we trying to figure out?
Space now.
Space, because there's so much food. Yes. Food waste is a problem on so many levels, and it's crazy to see this kind of setup before everyone's come in and to think this is not donations, this is not people being kind, this is just what would have gone into landfill, and there is a room full of food. I am here with the first person in line to collect some food today, Robin. You have a very clever system going on here. Do you want to tell me about it?
Well, I've laid down a bag here with a block of timber to stop it blowing away. It's my name and number on it to save a place. And looking forward to seeing what they've got to offer inside.
What made you first come along to the UK Harvest Hub?
Well, I'm a retired person, 76, supported by the council in a flat here. Anything that goes to supplement my meagre pension is a sort of thing one gets a nose for.
Absolutely, and it seems like it's a really beautiful community group. I don't know, all the volunteers seem to be so lovely. Do you enjoy that part of it as well? Do you have other people that you know who tend to come?
Yes, I see. So we've got friendly faces in the queue, friendly faces behind the stalls.
What are you most excited to see when you go inside? Are there things that you're particularly looking for?
It's a good start with new potatoes, baking potatoes, bundles of greens. Last but not least, if there aren't any eggs or cheese, a bag of chicken nuggets. And I'm heavily dependent on chicken nuggets. So you can put those in the freezer and take them out one by one, and they tend to last most of the fortnight if you're careful.
Yes, so you look at what you get and then plan how you're going to use it through the fortnight until the next hub.
Indeed.
You seem very organised, from how you use your food to how you plan your spot in line. Thank you so much for talking to me. We're going to sneak around and have a look at everything that is on the tables before everyone comes through. The amount of food you get depends a bit on how many people you're feeding and whether you come at the beginning or the end of the hour, but usually it's about a supermarket portion's worth of fruit and veg of each item. And then either a whole loaf of bread, the way it's packaged, or sometimes the volunteers will break it down, like you can see, into those smaller bags, then a whole baguette. And then see these cakes, you'll just get 2 of those, will be 1 portion. And then a couple of protein bars, a bag of cornflakes, toothpaste if you need it. And then where there are fewer items, it's just you get them until they are gone. This week, there was also cat food and dog food, which people loved. All the volunteers are telling me they are hot and sweaty, but they're still so happy and chirpy. They've now opened the door, so I've turned the camera the other way and I'm not going to film while everyone goes through the hub. But there were probably about 25 or 30 people lined up when they open the doors, and then they're taking people around, and everyone can say yes or no to each of the different things, pay £5 if they want to or not if they don't. And there's a steady stream of people arriving. There's currently about 15 people waiting to go in, and then more people arriving every minute. It is now 3:20, so we're 20 minutes into the hour and there is no line. This is where everyone was lining up, and there's a trickle of people coming through, but a lot of the food inside is gone, all the fun stuff. There was a lovely lady in line who was looking out into the car park for a friend and has told me to keep looking for him while I'm filming, because she has now gone inside. She said that she loves that you can pay a donation because it removes some of the stigma of being asked what your income is or being qualified and defined by that. You qualify because you have turned up, and that removes a lot of the stigma that would be felt in other places. Okay, we are halfway through the hour. It is 3:30 and a lot of stuff has gone. It's so hot. We're going to take a look around the room and see how much is here. I decided not to get a bag for myself or fake stage a bag because I just wanted to leave it to the people who had actually showed up expecting to get food today. But let's see, halfway through, the crowds have died down. You can see there's no one in line, there's no one going through, but let's look at currently what is left. We've got lots of potatoes left, but how many crates of potatoes have you gone through?
Most of them.
4 crates of potatoes gone. Butternut squash, just got 4 squash left.
The asparagus is gone, and just
A few little baby corn left. Okay. I just heard someone turn down chilies. But yeah, a lot of people turned down chilies. Okay.
Peppers have been good.
Peppers.
Gone through quite a lot of peppers.
Gone through a lot of peppers. Okay.
Beans.
Okay, yeah. I was in the fridge earlier at the warehouse. Oh my word, the number of beans. So many beans. And coming around to tomatoes. Is this all the tomatoes that are left? Oh wow, very few tomatoes left. They were popular. Oranges, apples, that's it.
That's
For the
great.
oranges and
Thank
apples.
you.
All those bananas went. All the fun stuff went. All the fun cakes and bits, that all went really fast with the first people. And then down here, lots more bars left. All of this stuff can just go straight on to the next hub tomorrow. So we've got cornflakes left, those can all go. And toothpaste. All right, I never saw what was in these. What have we got in these frozen ones today? Some KFC. Oh yeah, some like ready meals. Okay. We're almost done. 10 minutes to go.
10 minutes to go.
How's today gone? You've been kind of manning the door and taking payments.
We've had 49 people through, which is fantastic.
That's more than I think Joanna was saying you normally have.
Yeah. We have between 40 to 50 at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're well chuffed with that.
That's amazing.
I think we've fed at the moment, I think we're up to about 125 mouths.
Wow. Are you allowed to tell me what the kind of proportion was of people that paid versus asked to go through without? No. Absolutely, as it should be. No, I love that. And I was talking to someone who came who said she loves that no one's judged on how much they make or what their benefits are. Everyone's just human.
Yep.
Which I love that.
You need it.
Yeah. What do you love?
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I love going back with nothing. That means I've done my job properly.
I love that. Well, it's cleared out today.
It is. All we got is a bit of bread, but that will go back out, back to the fridge tonight, and that will go to Obi tomorrow, because I've got Obi tomorrow.
Wow, so it's just same thing every day. Yeah.
Rotate.
Has seeing the waste food here changed what you do at home or in other places in your life?
Yeah. Used to just chuck everything out. But don't know. My wife's 1 for buy one get one free in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Don't do that no more. We only take what we want. It's the best job I've ever had. I get such a satisfaction out of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is incredible what you were doing, 125 mouths
These people,
fed.
if it weren't for these people, we wouldn't be able to do it. They're fantastic, all of them.
Volunteers.
They're all my extended family.
That is exactly how it looked. Such a great bunch. Well, thanks for letting me come and hang out today, and I've loved seeing what you do.
You're fine.
Thank you.
Very much.
We just make sure that we do wipe down the pots before we put the waste
Does
in.
anyone want to take the corn?
And now, everything is being packed down as quickly as it went up. It is all being torn down by these amazing volunteers. Some things will go back in the fridge for tomorrow. Some things the volunteers are divvying up, saying, who wants a toothpaste? Who wants mini sweet corn? Who wants this? It is the most amazing operation to see. And like John said, the goal is to see it completely empty at the end. It is hot. We are done for the day. One of the questions that I get asked a lot anytime I do any kind of food waste anything is, how do you find these places? So at the end of the video, I will put the actual UK Harvest website clickable on the final screen. But more, and they operate in West Sussex in various different places and in London. But more generally, here's what I always say in a comment to this question. There are two apps, regardless of kind of where you are in the world, or they are very international, and those are Olio and Too Good To Go. Now, Olio is more like community members listing stuff for each other. A lot of it is free. If you don't have Olio in your area, you can apply to be an Olio Waste Food Hero, and then you can go pick up from supermarkets, keep some of it, and donate the rest to your community. Too Good To Go is more restaurants selling on surplus food. So they're different apps, but those are in multiple different countries. So those are two app-based ways. But then a lot of it is just kind of searching, getting on a web search and searching community fridges in your location. There is a map of UK community fridges where sometimes those kind of Olio picked up bits from supermarkets will go in. Sometimes other people will put them in. They're all a bit different. And I will put the UK Harvest click link on the screen at the end, along with a what we ate in a week video that shows a full food collection from a different hub, so you can see in detail everything that we got and then how we used it through the week, if you want to see that. So I'll put that in the end. It's hot. Another interesting thing I think to see from going behind the scenes there is just how much waste food comes from what supermarkets won't take that is perfectly edible. We've conditioned consumers to like peppers a certain size or a uniform colour. Everything has to be within a really small part of the range that they grow, and this causes so much waste of perfectly edible fruit and veg. And that's one of the reasons that we usually do a veg box, either Abel and Cole or Riverford is what we've been doing mostly at the moment, or Oddbox. Oddbox is entirely wasted veg. It's an incredible price, but both Riverford and Abel and Cole operate very differently from supermarkets, and so you'll get more wonky veg in there because they're actually taking everything from the farms and not giving a really narrow range of what something can look like, and they're very, very careful about waste. So that's actually a huge reason that we do those veg boxes, is to try and play into reducing the amount of food that is wasted at every step of the process. But I hope that was interesting to see behind the scenes. I definitely love exploring it more and understanding. A massive thank you to UK Harvest for letting us go behind the scenes. Drop any comments below. You can of course hit subscribe and let me know if there's any other behind the scenes or this slightly different type of video that you would like to see more of. But I will see you in another video sometime soon. Thanks so much for joining me behind the scenes at a waste food hub.